Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because, let's be honest, we're talking about something literally everyone loves: finding missing money. That's right, we are going on a financial treasure hunt right in the state of Nevada. Whether you're currently living in the Silver State, maybe you used to live there, or even if you just did some business there in the past, there's actually a very real chance that there is cold, hard cash waiting for you to claim it. So let's just dive right in and see exactly what we're talking about.
$942.9 million. Guys, that is nearly $1 billion. The staggering amount is the unclaimed property that the Nevada State Treasurer's Office is currently safeguarding for individuals, heirs, and businesses. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, that probably doesn't apply to me, consider this for a second. Nationally, 1 in 7 people have missing assets waiting to be claimed. 1 in 7. That means if you're sitting in a room with your family or friends right now, statistically speaking, at least one of you has money just sitting in a government vault. How wild is that?
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll cover the Nevada treasure hunt. Then, your step-by-step search guide, followed by some tips for effective searching. After that, we'll get into claiming your found property, avoiding scams and pitfalls, and finally, taking action today.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the Nevada treasure hunt.
So, before we can start looking for your missing money, we really need to clarify exactly what we mean when we talk about this hidden financial treasure. Basically, unclaimed property consists of abandoned financial assets that just haven't had any activity for a set period of time. In Nevada, that's usually 3 years for most accounts. Now, by law, businesses cannot just quietly keep your dormant money to boost their own corporate earnings. That is absolutely illegal. Instead, they have to report and hand over those abandoned assets to the state. The state then steps in purely as a custodian. They hold these funds safely, in perpetuity, meaning forever, until the rightful owner or their heirs finally step forward to claim them.
So what exactly are we looking for here? We're mostly talking about intangible financial assets. Think forgotten checking or savings accounts, uncashed payroll or vendor checks, maybe some stocks, dividends, life insurance payouts, and even old utility deposits. It also actually includes the physical contents of safe deposit boxes. But, and this is absolutely crucial to note, we need to be clear about what this program does not cover. The Nevada Unclaimed Property Division does not deal with abandoned real estate or physical vehicles. We're strictly talking financial assets here.
Moving right along to Section 2, your step-by-step search guide. All right, this is where the rubber really meets the road. I'm going to show you exactly how to start looking for your slice of the pie right now. And the best part, the state has made this incredibly easy, and it is entirely 100% free. Step 1 is simply to visit the official state portal at nvup.gov. Once you're there, Step 2 is just entering your last name or your business's name. Now, to narrow down those results, Step 3 allows you to plug in your first name, though that part is totally optional. Finally, Step 4 is to refine your search by adding a city or zip code where you've lived. The database is super smart. It's going to show you exact name matches first, followed by similar names.
Which brings us to Section 3, Tips for Effective Searching.
Because this database is just so vast, you'll definitely want to use a few insider strategies to make sure you don't miss a single dime that belongs to you. And first up, let's clear up a really common geographical mix-up that trips people up all the time. The State of Nevada Unclaimed Property Program covers all counties within the actual state of Nevada. However, there is a completely separate jurisdiction called Nevada County, which is actually located in the state of California. I know, it's confusing, but they have entirely different laws, different timelines, and a completely different online portal. So just double-check that you are searching the state of Nevada's official site at nvup.gov and not that local county site over in California.
Now, this brings up a really excellent question. What if you've moved out of Nevada? Or what if you've lived in multiple states throughout your life or your career?
Well, if you have a varied living history, you're going to need a multi-state approach. You'll want to start with nvup.gov for anything related to your time in Nevada. But here's the thing, because unclaimed property is always remitted to the state of your last known address on file with that business, you should absolutely also check missingmoney.com. This is a brilliant, completely free national database sponsored by the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators. It basically aggregates data from most participating states across the country, making it incredibly easy to see if, say, you left a utility deposit behind in Texas, or maybe an old savings account in Ohio. It's a real game changer.
Let's jump into Section 4, Claiming Your Found Property.
Okay, this is honestly the most exciting part. You've run your search, and boom, you got a match. So what actually happens next? Here is your chronological claiming timeline. Once you find a match, you're going to select that property directly on nvup.gov. Next, you'll initiate the claim by just filling out your current contact info online. After that, within about an hour, you should check your email and definitely peek in your spam folder just in case. For a message from UP-No-Reply at info.nevadatreasurer.gov, that email is going to contain your unique claim ID. Finally, you'll use that specific ID to upload your required documents to their secure portal. Now listen closely to this pro tip. Never, ever create multiple claims for the exact same funds. Doing that just creates massive administrative backlogs, and it's basically guaranteed to delay your payout. We definitely don't want that.
Of course, to prove you're actually the rightful owner, the state does require a little bit of documentation. You'll need proof of identity, something like a standard driver's license or a passport. You'll also need your social security number, and some proof that you actually lived at the address associated with the asset, like an old utility bill. Now, if you are stepping up to claim property on behalf of a deceased relative, you're also going to need a death certificate, a will, or potentially something called a notarized affidavit of heirship. In Nevada, an affidavit of heirship can actually be used for small estates. And just to put that into perspective, that means estates under $150,000 for a surviving spouse or under $25,000 for other claimants.
Moving into Section 5, Avoiding Scams and Pitfalls.
Unfortunately, because this program is literally so successful at returning money to people, criminals often try to use it as a disguise to steal from unsuspecting folks. We really need to keep you protected here. So, be on the lookout for these glaring red flags. The Nevada state government is never going to call you out of the blue to ask for your bank routing numbers over the phone. They will absolutely never demand an upfront processing fee. Again, this is a completely free public service. The state attorney general has even warned about a very specific scam going around where callers claim you won the Publishers Clearinghouse contest, and they tell you that the Unclaimed Property Division is holding your $1 million prize. They just need a small fee first. Guys, it is entirely fake. No way around it. Also, always beware of any unofficial links or attachments in unsolicited emails.
The official advice, straight from the Division of Unclaimed Property, is just incredibly simple and crystal clear. If you receive an unsolicited call from someone seeking your personal or banking information, hang up. That's it. Do not engage with them. Don't try to outsmart them on the phone. Just hang up. If you ever have any doubts at all, navigate directly to nvup.gov yourself, or just call the state office directly to verify. Better safe than sorry, right?
And finally, Section 6, Take Action Today.
You now have all the tools, the insider knowledge, and the safety tips you need to go out there and reclaim what is rightfully yours. I highly encourage you to start your free search today at nvup.gov. Look up your own name, try your maiden name, and definitely search for your parents, your grandparents, or your business. It literally takes less than 5 minutes. But please do keep in mind this explainer is strictly for educational purposes and is not to be considered professional, legal, or financial advice. If you have any complex estate issues, you should absolutely consult with a professional to get personalized assistance.
To wrap things up, I really want to leave you with this exciting final question to think about. What could you do with your found money? Whether it's just a forgotten $40 utility deposit that pays for your lunch today, or maybe a $40,000 life insurance payout that you had no idea about, that money belongs to you, not the state. So go ahead, pause this explainer, open up a new tab right now, and start your own treasure hunt. Happy hunting, and thank you so much for joining me today.